day. Welcome to News Now on TV360. I'm Thelma Okoro. The death toll in the meningitis outbreak in Nigeria has risen to 328 with over 2,500 cases recorded so far. This was revealed by the Chief Executive Officer of the National Center for Disease Control, Dr. Chikezie Ihekwazu. The outbreak of the disease has affected states like Zamfara, Katsina, Sokoto, Kebbi, and Niger, as well as Kaduna and also Abuja. This current outbreak of meningitis is the worst outbreak ever experienced in Nigeria since 2009. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Medical Association Zamfara chapter and the residents of the state have accused the state government of negligence. The state is the worst affected in the country with over 200 reported deaths. The Medical Association said the government failed to prepare despite warnings and has still not responded appropriately to the meningitis outbreak. The tanker drivers arm of the Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers NUPENG has commenced an industrial strike action. The nationwide action, which began on Monday, April 3rd, is expected to be indefinite. The union announced that its members would withdraw their services, raising concerns that Nigerians may experience another round of fuel supply crisis. The reasons listed for the strike action include unfavorable working conditions, poor welfare packages, low wages, and of course, bad roads. The Nigerian government has approached the Federal High Court in Abuja seeking the arrest of a former Attorney General of the Federation, Mohammed Adoke. The matter, which was filed through the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, is in relation to his role in the sale of an oil block OPL 245 to multinational oil firms Shell Nigeria Limited and ENI. Adoke is standing trial in the case alongside the oil firms and 7 others. At the resumption of the case on Monday, counsel to the federal government Johnson Ojogbani prayed the court for an arrest warrant on Adoke. However, the judge, Justice John Soho, rejected that request. Governors in Nigeria's southeast region have resolved to meet with President Muhammadu Buhari over the continued detention of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, and 3 others. Kanu was arrested in October 2015 and has been held in prison since then, despite various court orders calling for his release. The governors reached their resolution after their meeting in Enugu State, southeast Nigeria. Addressing journalists after the meeting, Ebonyi State Governor David Umahi says the governors will also discuss other issues affecting the region. The Chief of Army Staff Tukur Buratai has sought the assistance of the United Nations to remove mines from the Zambisa forest, a major stronghold of Boko Haram sect. Buratai made the call in an interview in Maiduguri, northeast Nigeria, saying the mining of roads in the forest will enable troops to move around for operations. He added that the project requires much resources and effort that the country may not be able to finance alone. The Nigerian government has vowed not to relent in its anti-corruption war. Garba Shehu, an aide to the President Muhammad Buhari, assured that the President will not disappoint Nigerians in the fight against corruption. He says corruption has been fighting back vehemently, saying that the Buhari administration will continue and will not relent. Nigeria's President Muhammad Buhari held a meeting with the National Assembly leaders Yakubu Dogara and Bukola Saraki. The president met with the Speaker of the House of Representatives first before meeting with the Senate President later. Both meetings were held at the presidential villa in Abuja on Monday. The meeting comes on the backdrop of a rift between both the legislative and the executive arm of government. The Nigerian government says it remains committed to strengthening the country's civil service. Head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Winifred Oyo-Ita, revealed this during the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation and the African Initiative for Governance in Abuja. Ita Oyo maintained that the government would provide timely assistance, dedicated personnel to the agreed projects and plans of the government.
This is the first time that the Federal Civil Service would be going into an MOU with a Nigerian-based entrepreneur and business partner in the person of the AIG, the Africa Initiative for Governance Chairman, Mr. Ige Mokwede. I've been challenged by this arrangement we have with AIG. And the challenge is this. I'm seeing that this is an opportunity that the civil service must not lose to change the narrative that the service is laid back, lackadaisical, uninterested in moving forward or in actualizing the various reforms that have been designed over the years. Will it go the way of past reforms that are gathering dust in the archives? I want to assure you, sir, that this will not go the way of past reforms.
One of the most important aspects of this plan is that it is not government acting alone, because what reform has shown is that private-public partnerships in the 21st century are the key gateway towards successful reform projects, whether in the private sector or in the public sector. And so we will bring private sector resources, private sector expertise, and private sector commitment towards this effort. And one of the goals of the transformation program lies in automation, for example.
The Nigerian Navy has released the list of successful candidates who passed the aptitude test for the Direct Short Service Commission Course 24. The test was held on December 17, 2016. In a statement issued on Monday, the Nigerian Navy told applicants to check its websites for the results. Successful candidates are expected to report at the Nigerian Navy Secondary School in Ojo, Lagos State for further screening commencing from 10th of April 2017. The All Progressives Congress says it will meet with its Senate group on Tuesday over its rift with the executive arm of government. In a statement, Bolaji Abdullahi, who is the spokesman of the party, said the party decided to intervene following the worsening relationship between the two arms of government. Abdullahi stated that the APC would not support any member of the party or anyone appointed on its platform to disrespect the legislative arm of government. He says that the APC would not hesitate to take appropriate action against any of its members who jeopardizes the peace talks. The Joint Admission and Matriculation Board (JAMB) has so far registered 600,000 candidates for the 2017 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination across the country. Fabian Benjamin, head of public relations JAMB, made this known on Monday in an interview with newsmen. He said that JAMB was not going to extend the registration period, saying that before deadline, every candidate will register. The spokesman said that measures were on ground to ensure the regulated platform could help candidates get registered before the end of the month.
Corruption not in my country.
Hello, Alahaji. Right now I'm in Abuja. No. Hello? Adamu. Right now I'm in Kano. Yes. When I get back, I will just call you. Look, what is wrong with you? I'm talking on the phone and you are gesticulating and doing. What's wrong with you?
Daddy, where exactly are we as we speak?
Are you alright? This is Lagos.
Well, you just lied to someone that we are in Abuja.
Keep quiet. Who told you can tell an elderly person is lying?
Daddy, you just lied. And by lying, you are raising corrupt children for the future of Nigeria. That is corruption, not in my country.
Corruption not in my country.
Welcome back. It's now time for business news with Fidelia.
Thank you, Thelma. Nigeria Central Bank says it will offer $150 million in currency forwards to be settled within 60 days. The bank has been selling dollars to try to narrow the spread between the Naira's official and black market exchange rate. The local currency was quoted at $3.95 to the dollar on the black market on Monday against $3.90, which it closed at on Friday. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) says it has succeeded in reducing gas flaring in the country by 26% in the last 10 years. The corporation said the reduction, which has pushed Nigeria down from the second highest gas flaring nation to the 7th position, was from 36% in 2006 to 10% in 2016. The corporation also announced that the federal government had mapped out measures to end gas flaring by the year 2020. Oil futures held steady on Monday as a rebound in Libyan oil production weighed against upbeat economic data from Asia that pointed to strong energy demand from the region. Brent crude climbed 4 cents to trade at $53.57 a barrel, while U.S. crude futures were up 8 cents at $50 a barrel. Oil prices had rallied for 3 days last week, lifted by reduced Libyan output and expectation that OPEC and non-OPEC producers such as Russia would extend production cuts beyond June. That's all on business. Thanks for watching. More stories coming up. Don't go away.
Corruption not in my country.
Hello? Yeah, I found your wallet in front of a supermarket. Meet me at Apple Junction. Yes, I'll be waiting for you.
Now we find out. Two of us.
Thank you very much, officer. You know, it's surprising that men like you still exist in the police force.
Yes, so...
Oh, yes.
This is just a token of my appreciation.
Oh, no, you don't need to do this. We're only doing our job.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
You're welcome.
Now I know police is really my friend.
Yes.
Friend. Hey. Okay, which came up with this one now? I don't understand.
You know your problem. You are greedy. I'm a policeman who is doing his job. All forms of corruption in the force. Not in my country.
Corruption not in my country.
Glad to have you back. At least 10 people have been reported dead and 50 injured in the twin blast that hit the Russian city of St. Petersburg on Monday. According to reports, one of the explosions took place on a subway car at the station. Moscow metro officials said they were introducing extra security measures as a result of the bomb blast. No group has so far claimed responsibility for the deadly attacks. The Speaker of South Africa's parliament says she would consider a request from opposition parties to hold a no-vote confidence against Jacob Zuma. No confidence motions against Zuma have failed in the past. However, the embattled president is facing a growing backlash against him from within his own party and its allies after the dismissal of Pravin Gordhan, the former finance minister, and other cabinet members. Super Eagles coach General Ross says he is pleased by the positive spirit shown by the players and staff of the national team in his time as Nigeria's coach. The German says he always speaks with the players and denied reports of a disagreement in the Eagles camp. The Eagles' next match is a 2019 AFCON qualifier against South Africa in June this year. The team is in Group E alongside Libya and Seychelles. David Moyes has apologized to BBC reporter Vicky Sparks after warning her she might get a slap following a post-match interview. The exchange was caught on camera after Sparks had finished interviewing Moyes following a 0-0 draw between Sunderland and Burnley in March. Both Moyes and Sparks were laughing during the exchange, and the former Everton and Manchester United manager later apologized to her, who did not make a complaint against the remark. World number 4 Roger Federer has announced he will take a short break from the game to prepare for the 2017 French Open. Federer, who will be seeking his 19th career Grand Slam, has said he has had a splendid year so far, winning the Australian Open, Indian Wells and Miami Open. Speaking after his latest victory in Miami, Federer says he will take an 8-week break to prepare for the second Grand Slam of the year. The 2017 French Open is expected to run from March 28 to June 11, 2017. Well, that's it on News Now. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Thelma Okoro.